My name is Benedict. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. Well, yesterday, matches were played in Europe. In the Carabao Cup was Chelsea and Liverpool. And for the very first time this season, Liverpool lost a game to Chelsea by 2 goals to Eden Hazard's brilliance ensured that Chelsea won that game. And surprisingly, Barcelona, Real Madrid lost their respective games in the Spanish La Liga last night. I'll show you highlights of those matches, but here on the local scene, Ghana's contingent for this year's Youth Olympic Games. I expected to leave Accra for Argentina on Saturday for the Games. Now, Ghana would compete in athletics, beach volleyball, swimming, as well as weightlifting. Yesterday, I visited the athlete Solomon Diafo at the Owak Stadium to check his preparations going into the Games. So this is the Owak Stadium, and where I'm standing right on the tartan tracks, this is where Solomon Diafo, who is going to participate at the Youth Olympic Games, has been training for some time now. He's actually based in Kumasi and moved to Accra to train as they prepare for the Youth Olympic Games. And looking at the tartan tracks, and if an athlete of this nature is training on these tartan tracks and probably travels and is not able to bring a medal, I'm sure you wouldn't blame the athletes. But nonetheless, the young man says that he's training very, very well and is doing everything possible he can to get a medal for Ghana.
I'm afraid the track is not good. You know, if you are training, you have to swerve the potos, and even it's our sport, so you get shin pain and things. So, but I have to manage this like that because there's no track in Ghana you have to use. So I'll try to manage this one like that.
In terms of the pressure on you, looking at what Matabisa did in this same Youth Olympic Games, how are you dealing with that?
There's more pressure on me because there's a few days I'm getting so many calls. But if you go, what will you bring you to Ghana? So I know that, and I hope all the training I'm doing and I'm continuing doing, I know that I'll win the medal. All the 3 medals, I know that I will not lose one. I'll bring one to home.
And definitely there will be more on the athletes that are going to participate at this year's Youth Olympic Games, which begins next week. Now, we have to do football, and football activities in the country could resume soon following a meeting between the Ghana Football Association Normalization Committee and the Ghana League Clubs Association, that's GHALCA. Now, the Premier League and other domestic competitions are on suspension following the airing of the Anas Arimeyao and Nazis expose in June. And however, in a joint statement released after a meeting involving the two parties, now they recognize that they have to resume football activities in Ghana and also most especially the welfare of players. Here is GHALCA Chairman Kujofiano.
Positive one. We are industry players, the Normalization Committee, regulators. So it's fine that we should meet, and we've met. A very fruitful one. And we think that will serve as a fillip to the resumption of football in Ghana. This committee, they are barely a week in office, and they've had their first meeting with the industry players, that's the clubs, and I'm saying that it is a fillip for the resumption of the game that we all cherish. So as we move along, we think that we as clubs, we are yearning to resume the industry we've invested in, and the Normalization Committee is also ready to lead us to resume duty, as someone may say. So it's fine that we met. We are grateful to them for extending that invitation to us. It's been very beneficial. A joint statement is coming out that will tell you exactly the way forward for both GHALCA and the Normalization Committee.